Hello everybody and welcome to a review of The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4 Episode 9. Now I do apologize for the upset glareness that it is on my phone because it's a bright Sunday Friday morning. So I do apologize for uploading this video on a high notice, given the fact that it's sunny, it's glary, it's freaking hot. Fall's coming, so get ready for that in life. So now we got this episode, the next title called Zodia. Now I don't know this Zodia character. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm pretty sure some of y'all have read it and understand where we're coming from in this. So I don't know nothing about this. Again, I haven't read it yet, but I have heard so many things about it. So I'm okay getting spoiled by The Rising of the Shield Hero because it's one of the greatest isekais that ever lived. But I'm on it. So after last week with full of action and all that stuff, with everything, we're finally in touch now with this other person, introducing to Naofumi's harem once again. And it's funny. I know Naofumi and a harem. Look, Naofumi is not the harem guy. I don't see him as a harem guy. When I think about a harem guy, I'm thinking about a guy who focuses on getting the girls and understands that he's in the role of harems. Like he's already like, oh, I can get all the women. I can do this thing. Now, Rentaru, the GOAT of harem, he's the greatest harem king that ever lived. He's not like tempting to get the girls. Once he see love at first sight, they know that's his lover. Not like Issei from High School DxD. I mean, this guy wants to be a harem king so bad. But honestly, Issei is not the harem king. Anybody who's the harem king is Rentaru from the 100 Girlfriends. He's the GOAT. Off track here. We're now introducing another character here with another twist involved. And when it comes to siblings rivalries or siblings protecting each other, it tells you the story. Trust me, it ain't like you sugar no sword. That's on a different topic in another way. Anyway, let's get right to the review of Season 4, Episode 9 of Rising of the Shield Hero. Okay, so let's get out the way. Let's cut this to the chase. So Filo is the Filo queen, so everyone looked up to her as well. And Raftalia is the priestess of the Queen Tenlo, the next heir empress, right? We introduce another character into the mix. And now here's the thing. When I first saw this character, the first thing that came to my mind was this. Is that Sedina's younger sister? I mean, look. I'm not surprised. To be honest with you, I'm not surprised that's Sedina's younger sister. Because it was just the writing on the wall. I mean, I see, look at her blue hair and those blue eyes in the face. The moment I saw that, I'm like, that's Sedina's younger sister. That is Sedina's younger sister. Because again, she looks exactly like her, like for real. Immediately off the gate, I understand she's an airhead. She's a little bit of an airhead. But still, I'm looking at her and it's just like, oh, she has bright, cheerful, airheaded. She has blue hair and blue eyes. And the moment I looked at her, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, oh, that's Sedina's younger sister. It was so freaking easy to understand. So easy to get it. It looks so easy. Now, we're going to get there. We're going to see more of her in this episode because there was a lot of showing her. Now, let's get right to it. The other one. Let's talk about Filo and Atla. So Naofumi wants to, is going to the village and go to the blacksmith and see about this sword. Because remember the blacksmith that took down remember that blacksmith that helped out with the Hydra thing, and he literally picked up the sword like it was nothing. I'm sorry, he literally picked up the against the bear. He picked up the sword like it was nothing. He literally picked up the sword. Now this was a cursed sword, and this perverted Jiraiya Masaroshi 2.0 lookalike just immediately you know what? Demi-human Jiraiya Masaroshi 2.0 just literally picked up the sword like it was nothing. So, of course, you got to tie him up because every time he sees a woman, he just literally like, please go out with me. He's the Jiraiya Masaroshi, but still, he's a really cool guy. I mean, like, come on. You like to hang out with Masaroshi. You like to hang out with Jiraiya. Why not hang out with him? So, Naofumi told Atla and Filo to train. Now, this little sister Atla, is really like, I want to protect you. It's my job to protect you. Now, I get it. You want to protect Naofumi. I get it. After everything she did for you, you want to protect them. But Fo is like, if you're going, I want to go. Let me go. We'll be both your bodyguards. But leave it to Saeed to just like, no, we'll go with you. But Naofumi is just like, no, you both should train. You both should train. And then Fo Outlaw gets mad at Fo. She's like, oh, you stole my opportunity to be with Naofumi. You stole my opportunity. Now, here's the thing between Fo and Outlaw. I get it. I'm looking at it from Atlas standpoint and then Fo's standpoint, because I'm a big brother too. I'm the firstborn in my family. So I get where they're coming from in the outskirts of this. Because Raptalia spoke to Fole about this. Let me cut this down here. When we look at Fole perspective, being the big brother that he is, he wants to protect Atla. And I get it. I really do. I get it. It's being a big sibling, protecting the little sibling, being a big brother or big sister, protecting their little brother or sister. It's very, very hard sometimes, because you scared that something might happen with your little sibling. I get it. I absolutely get it. I mean, look how many siblings in anime had tried so hard to protect their brother and sister. They will do everything they can to protect them. I mean, Shishomaru did it. Shishomaru did it. Itachi did it. Edward Elric did it. You know what I mean? Those big brothers look out for their little siblings. Now, does it go hectic? Yeah. But they do their best to protect them. And I get why Fo is trying to protect Atlas at all times. Now, an Atlas standpoint is this. Look. I need this. You gotta let me go. Come on. I want to protect you at times. Don't keep protecting me. And Atlas point is exactly what I'm saying. She wants to be with Naofumi. Not in a harem-like, even though it is, but she wants to prove to like everybody in his crew that she's not the weakest. She wants to train. She wants to be as strong as everybody else. You gotta let her. You gotta let me go. And she's like a spoiled. Right now, Atla's like a spoiled little sister. She's like, come on, I want to train with Naofumi. Stop taking all the credit. Like, you spoiling her. Let her do what she wants. If she wants to train with if she wants to be Naofumi's bodyguard, go right ahead. That's all you gotta do. That's all. But, after Raptalia speaking to Fole, it kind of like clear to him, like, you know what? I'm gonna let her do what she wants. If she wants to be with Naofumi, go right ahead. If she wants to be the bodyguard, go right ahead. I won't stop her. So I'm glad Raptalia spoke to Fole about it. Now, going back to Zadina. Let's talk about Zadina. So Zadina is not only Zodia's little sister. It's funny. She go by another name. She go by another name. It's called Shadina. I had to write it down, kind of make sure. Shadinia, but I call her Zodia because Zodia is kind of a simple name. So Zodia and Shadinia are sisters, and it's kind of crazy because this episode is all about like siblings, sibling stuff, and Zodia is an airheaded character, but she's a killer whale. They're killer whales. I like that, like killer whales. I mean, Sadina's a killer whale. I mean, so just like last week, she transformed into a whale. Like, she's brolic. And I'm looking at this like this could be some bloody roar. Which reminds me, we're bound to see some bloody roar action. I get the feeling that we're gonna see some bloody roar or killing bites vibe, just to see those two sisters going at it. But I don't know if the two sisters going at it next week. I got a feeling it might be, but we shall see next week. I hope so, because we're going to see two siblings going at it. I haven't seen two sisters fight since Kill la Kill. I could be wrong. I don't remember, but still, it'll be great to see two sisters fight. Now, this perverted merchant asks the crew, asks Naofumi, Zodia, and Shaith go to a bar. And I like how they bring him back season 1. Because if you go back to, I think it was season 1, where Naofumi ate like a ball like liquor and just ate it. Because we keep forgetting that he's a college student, he's an adult. We keep forgetting that to a point where he's just like, he could handle his liquor. I like how they bring back season 1 vibe, because again, seeing him eat that is just like, that's season 1 all over again. Because he can handle his liquor. Others can't handle liquor. I mean, have you seen Raptalia? Now, that's the one logic thing. And then, they play some games, but it's classic in his world because they know how to play, but Naofumi is kind of a pro. Because remember, these are the games that they play in his world. That's why he was so good to beat them easily. That's why he was so cool to just easily beat them, And then Zodia gave Naofumi give autograph card and a whale behind it. So it was clear that it was so freaking obvious that she's a whale. She's a freaking whale. Not only a whale, but come on, the signing was right there. I mean, the ending shows her assassination paper like on the sign. But it was so pretty. It was so obvious. So obvious. Now, Sadina doesn't know about it, but I'm pretty sure next week we're going to explain that even more. But then, Zodia is like, will you please marry me? And I'm like, what the hell? So let me get this straight. So Naofumi, oh my God, Naofumi, his harem is now increasing fold. If you think about it, Raphtalia, I'm not going to say Filo. Filo, no, that's not even a stretch. I'm not even going to stretch that. But Raphtalia, obviously, the sister, the princess sister, her, I'll give her that. I'll give you credit for that. Not bitch ass mine. I'm talking about the loose. I'm talking about her sister. Yeah, you can add that to the equation. You can even add Atla. You can even add Atla. You can even add Saif, the girl who can't talk with a little plushie. You can add that. And then you have the whale sisters, the killing whale sisters, the KWS. Killing whale sisters. So now you have like what, 6-7 girls in your arsenal right now. That's the minimum to a harem right now, as you speak. Now, if you want to count Rat, the doctor, dark skinned doctor, you could add that. If you want to add that, or you could add your harem when you enter the world, and then all the girls were trying to bathe with Naofumi, so you gotta add that to the mix. But reverse my case. But still, your main girls are mostly 6 or 7. So. But we all know that she's an assassin killer because, the way how she was talking to that furry ninja, it was kind of like, oh, no surprise about that. But as everything was going to war, as it getting ready for the war, we got there was an emergency that is affecting Risha and the bow hero. Which, by the way, I hope next week, we see more of the bow hero and Risha work together because, ever since season 3, they got them back together. So let's see if their teamwork actually coexists. Let's just see. But again, getting it like little to a cliffhanger and see who signed it. It was just pretty obvious who it was. But overall, though, this episode was really good. I mean, the whole theme was this was actually kind of a sibling thing. Like they took the dynamics of the sibling thing with Zodia, Sadina's sister, and the situation with Fallen all Atla. But still, we introduced a new character, which we're not surprised by it, but this is like one of those moments where it's just like, okay, it's gonna build up to this fight, and we're gonna see more about it because last week we had a fight, this week we didn't. But it's gonna build up to a moment we're gonna sit down and like, oh my God, this is gonna be epic. So it's gonna be some strategy playing, something like that. We'll see where this goes. So I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.